Hi, what's up, guys? Sanch here, and welcome back to another episode of Bodybuilding News Today. In today's episode, I wanted to go over the 2020 IFBB Pro League Chicago Pro, the Wings of Strength event that is going to be hosted in Atlanta this year. And specifically, I want to talk about the men's open class. I'm going to go over the complete lineup quickly, and then I'm going to give you guys my top 7 prediction as we are one day out. Tomorrow starts the actual show, and then the finals for the open will be the next day, so Saturday. Real quick, I'm not going to be able to make a 212 preview video, but I will make a 212 review video post-show, so look forward to that tomorrow night. But let's go ahead and get right into the open class. I'll put the scorecard or the lineup, whatever you want to call it, on the screen for you guys. And let's go ahead and start off in no particular order, just how they have it posted on the IFBB Pro website here. Eddie Bracamontes is going to be the number one. We recently saw him at Cali, and I definitely look forward to seeing him on stage. I definitely have him in my top 7. Next, we have Camilo Diaz, Chris Didamoncia, Phil Clahar, who we saw at Tampa, who did very well. He was like 4th or 5th. He was very good. He's a RX muscle athlete. Mohammed Al-Aman out of Russia. Stephen Frazier, Johnny Jackson, Nawar Kabi, Kyle Kervag out of New Jersey. Onwin, of course, we just saw him at Cali. He did absolutely fantastic. Bola Ajax, a frequent flyer this year. This will be his 3rd or 4th show. Excited to see the level conditioning that Bola brings this show. Joshua Placencia, we saw him. We saw him at the Cali State Championships there, the Cali Pro. It'll be good to see him again. Eric Ramirez. Big name here, Justin Rodriguez. We're definitely looking forward to seeing him in the top 7. Joe Seaman, hopefully top 7. Mohammed Shaban, an Olympia level competitor. Hopefully we see him in the top 7. Shawn Smith coming off a big hiatus, and he's going to be my dark horse for the show. I hope to see him in the top 7. Nick Walker, obviously recently getting his pro card at the North Americans. His overall win and pro card. This is his pro debut, and a lot of people have him winning the show. I'll let you guys know in a little bit how I feel about him. Definitely top 7. Akeem Williams really happened to come into this show and really prove himself. A lot of people have been critical of him with his conditioning in some recent shows, so we definitely are looking forward to seeing Akim Williams and what he's been posting on Instagram. And lastly, a local fella for me that I thought was kind of cool seeing him on the pro card, Keith Williams out of Lawrence, Kansas, only about an hour and a half from Kansas City, where I'm currently stationed in the Army. So, Keith, if you're watching, it'd be pretty cool if we could work out sometime. Not fanboying, kind of fanboying. Let me know, man. All right. But let's go ahead and get right into the top 7 call out, in my opinion, for this year's 2020 Chicago Pro in the men's open at Atlanta. Let's go ahead and start off with Akeem Williams. I already had some, in all respect, choice words for Akeem coming into this Chicago Pro. A lot of people, at least some people, have been wondering what level of conditioning Akeem Williams is going to be bringing to this year's Chicago Pro. Now, Akeem is very well known for having size and mass, being a very well-spoken fella, very wide flaring lats, huge centaur-looking legs. But the one thing that some people can agree on, or at least most people can agree on in the bodybuilding journalism roundhouse, is that Akeem Williams lacks the level of conditioning that it takes to get the win. No disrespect, of course. He is an amazing pro-level competitor, one of the best in the world, but it is very honest and truthful to say that he has lacked conditioning in previous showings, and that is definitely going to be my big focal point for Akeem Williams coming in to the Chicago Pro this year. Will Akeem be able to bring the conditioning it takes to get the win? Will he have the conditioning to get a top 3 call out? That's really where I'm seeing Akeem Williams. I'm seeing him in about 3rd place if he brings absolutely dry as nails, Munster level conditioning at this year's Chicago Pro. Next guy I have in my top 7 is going to be Eddie Bracamontes. Now, we did mention him earlier in the show that he competed at the Chicago Pro, and that was the first time for me seeing Eddie on a pro stage, and absolutely blew me away with the level of mass and fairly good conditioning that Eddie brought to the Cali Pro, the 2020 Cali Pro. And looking at his Instagram, something he posted 11 hours ago, being 2 days out from his Chicago Pro showing, he has a side try and a side chest. I sometimes look into this stuff a little bit too much. If I see a competitor posting content and it's not a front double or a back double or a back lat spread, it does make me worry. I think that if you are very confident with what you're about to put on the stage for the world to see, pretty much in your underwear on the stage, you're going to want to show a front double and a back double. That's going to show everything that a journalist, quote-unquote journalist like myself, is going to want to see. It's going to show you all the striations, all the insertions, and the deep separations, the feathering, everything that I want to see to really prove that you have great conditioning and you're ready to get that top 3 call out is going to come from those shots. And I don't know, maybe I overlook it or maybe I look into it too much, but these side shots just aren't, they're not really jingling the bell for me here. He does look good, but just based off of these photos that Eddie's posting here, I do not see him cracking past a top 5 call out. Another big question mark for the show. Some people, quite a few people that I heard of, have put Justin Rodriguez as possibly winning this show. With Justin coming off of a very hot finish at his last show, it was I thought at the New York he got 2nd, so he's coming off of a very close call, and based off of the Instagram photos I'm seeing here for Justin, again, I'm not getting a huge warm and fuzzy. Some gym photos from his garage. It looks like a really nice garage. Kudos. But a garage nonetheless, doing a variation of a side relaxed. And it looks like his arms look like they're conditioned and a little bit of the quads. And it is showing some glute striation marks, some dryness, but there's a lot of water here. And being about a week out from the show, 4 days exactly from today, is when he posted this photo. I'm not getting a warm fuzzy here. Now, for the most part, a lot of these guys aren't specifically known for absolutely diced conditioning, but these are pro-level athletes. They have shown good conditioning in previous shows. And for me personally, to get a warm fuzzy on these guys, I'm going to want to see a little bit better conditioning than from what Justin is showing here in his garage. In this photo specifically, the next one, the hands clasped in the front 6 days ago, respectfully. So I want to put Justin in the top 3, but based off this conditioning, I am skeptical to do so. Next one, a big exclamation mark is going to be Nick Walker coming into his pro debut here at Chicago, technically at Atlanta, but this year's 2020 Chicago Pro. Nick Walker is looking to have his pro debut and his first pro win, something that we have not seen besides with Labrada. Besides him, I can't remember the last time we had an open bodybuilder come into a pro lineup, a big show like a New York or a Tampa, and win his first pro debut show and qualify for the Olympia. That is something that you do not see very often, but it looks like we could have a repeat, 2 in 1 year of two different pro debuts winning their class, winning the show. So best of luck to Nick Walker based off his conditioning, based off of the conditioning that we can see on his Instagram photos. I really do see Nick Walker being a 1 or 2 at this show. He definitely has the conditioning. It looks like his midsection is very controlled in this shot here from 5 hours ago. I really can't see Nick falling out of the top 2. I don't think I can. I have not seen the conditioning from any of the other competitors that's going to really challenge Nick Walker at this point. Just the level of striations and the graininess, the feathering. He looks absolutely fantastic, very well conditioned, and absolutely massive. So I'm going to have to put Nick Walker in that 1 or 2 slot. Next one we're going to talk about is Joe Seaman, aka Coach Little Joe, over on Instagram, and he posted a variety, a plethora of shots here on his Instagram, and I like what I'm seeing. It looks like he has fairly good conditioning. I like to see the feathering in the quads, in the teardrops. I like to see that striations. The striations of that inner pec on the side chest, and looking at his back double, you have a lot of lines, a lot of deep cuts in that back double bicep. If Joe Seaman can bring this level of conditioning or better, I really can see him in the top 4. And obviously, best of luck to Joe. He's been competing fairly consistently this year, and he's really put a name for himself as one of the top competitors in the 2020 lineup. He has shown size and consistency with his conditioning. So best of luck to Joe. I really do hope to see him in that top 4 call out. And the next one we have here is Mohammed Shaban. And from the last time we saw him, I'm pretty sure we saw him at the Cali Pro. He didn't place as well as I thought he could have. But for the most part, from what I'm seeing with this back, he's going into a back double, kind of doing that Christmas tree shot. He has some conditioning, but he really does look, I'd hate to say washed out, but it looks like he still has a little bit more to go with his conditioning. The glutes don't really look that sharp at all, respectfully, and the lower back, it does not look very sharp at all as well. Going into this, a variation of a most muscular with his hands behind his back, you can see a lot of veins, a lot of striations. You can see a lot of veins, but not really a lot of striations. This is kind of like a rugged look where you have lots of veins, but if you look at the abs, you look at the biceps, you look at the shoulders, there's not a lot of crazy deep cuts. Well, maybe not so much in the shoulders, but in the abs and the arms there, they're not that deep of cuts. It looks like he still has a fair level of a film of water over the abs and his arms. So if Shaban can bring in his conditioning just another 5%, I can see him in this top 5. He is a very well-seasoned competitor. He's done well from what I've seen, and it looks like if he can bring, just like I said, just 5% more, just bring it in, clean up the water retention around the abs, and I can see Mohammed Shaban in the top 5. And lastly, we have Onwin. I almost forgot him, but for the most part, it looks like On has gone dark mode online coming into this Chicago Pro. He hasn't posted really anything on his Instagram except for a little sneak peek post cardio of his midsection, which looks pretty good. It still looks like he has quite a bit of water retention over the abdominals, but Onwin looked absolutely fantastic at this year's Cali Pro. So I definitely expect to see him in this top 7. Like I said, he did amazing at Cali, and I only expect that or better at this year's Chicago Pro for Onwin. And lastly, my dark horse pick this year is going to be Shawn Smith. Now, Shawn has not competed in a while. I keep thinking he's a muscle meds athlete, but he's actually an animal athlete. And it looks like he's looking pretty good. I have to be honest, he does look pretty conditioned here. I have some footage here from his Instagram. And the one thing I'm going to say, and he does look crazy, his arms, his shoulders, his chest, his lat inserts, all of that looks insane, amazing, absolutely fantastic. But the picture I want to really point out, and I don't want to be a stifler or a stickler, but September 22nd, he posted a picture on Instagram, kind of like a relaxed, showing off his crazy arms and chest. But I want to focus on the distension in the midsection. Now, he could be relaxed, and sometimes that happens. People take pictures and they catch themselves where they're not contracting the abs as well as they could. But Shawn really hasn't shown his abs much at all in some of his most recent posts. And that, to me, maybe I'm thinking into it too much. I'm overanalyzing. But for me personally, that makes me think that they're not comfortable showing their midsection. Something's wrong. It doesn't look as great as it could. Showing that group, that muscle group in their body, is going to potentially hurt their stock. You know what I'm saying? Their hype going into a show. And I hope I'm wrong. I do like Shawn's physique. Very rugged, grainy. Huge arms, big chest, maybe undersized a little bit when you look at his legs in this specific picture, but I do want to see Shawn in the top 7 here. I think he can do it. I'm hoping that I'm overthinking his midsection, but really time will tell. When they get on stage, we'll have to really find out exactly what's in hold. We'll have to find out what the cards hold for these competitors. And that's pretty much going to do it for this open class prediction for this year's 2020 Chicago Pro. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed and want to see more. We have lots more Bodybuilding News Today episodes coming out in the future, so definitely consider subscribing. If you guys would like me to do an athlete spotlight for any of the specific athletes that you guys want to obviously get highlighted, comment them below, send me their Instagram so I can reach out to them and we can work that out. And also, if you guys want to support me on a personal level, you can always go to goldenarrownutrition.com and you can use my sponsored athlete code SANJ15 at checkout. And if you guys want to buy anything else, supplement or apparel related, head over to sups.com and use my ambassador code SANJ10 at checkout. And both of those would help me out immensely. And that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Like I said, like and subscribe if you guys enjoy Bodybuilding News Today. And I'll see you guys in the next one.